So we're here at Club Moto, June 7th, 2025. Oh, that's a fun floater right there. Bit of a hard landing, but it can save you some time. Today we're on the 2025 Dirt Rider Suzuki RMZ450, the RM Army Edition. So it's got the full pro circuit pipe. Club Moto's a bit of a tighter track. So I like the Suzuki for this layout, just with how well it turns. Gosh, came up a little short. I don't like to jump that every lap because it's so much of a big hit. Kind of hurts my knees after a while. That second rut is a little bit smoother of an exit. It doesn't hook as bad, but it's a little further out. So I'm not sure what's faster. With these tight turns, the Suzuki really corners well, so there we go. Got that a little better. The bottom end power on the Suzuki is pretty luggable. It's a softer delivery. The delivery's a little softer, so it doesn't get me quite as tired as some of the other 450s. But if you're at a big track and you got the strength, I can see where maybe a Yamaha or Honda, some with a little more punch would be better for you. But for me, I usually ride once. Usually once a week if I'm lucky. Twice. So it's a lot to hold on to a 450 when you don't ride and work out all the time. That's why I like the Suzuki 450 a little bit better sometimes. Like I say, there's an ass for every seat. Track's getting pretty hard pack and blue groove in some areas. Like right here, they just watered it, and it's hard pack coming out of that corner where everybody gets on the gas. So you got to be careful with how hard you apply the throttle. You don't want to break loose and slide, then you have to let off the gas and you lose all your momentum. Let's try this inside line right here on the switch lane. Oh, a little better burn. That lip was better to get you over the double. That might be a better line. I'm still liking the 110 for the sag rate. I ended up going 2 clicks softer on the suspension front and rear. And I put a zip tie on the bottom of the fork just to see how low it was going in the stroke. So far, that zip tie's sitting about 2 inches from the bottom, so that's good. I'm using like 95. Oh, got some wheel spin, just like I was talking about. I got to be a little easier on the throttle, or work that clutch a little better when I hit this outside again. Yeah, I like that. That outside inside. Yeah, this track has some really shiny spots. And you better be careful on those shiny spots. Not to have too much. Not too much front brake coming into corners. It's almost better just to get off the gas a little bit sooner and coast into the corners. Because that abrupt brake and throttle motion is what makes you want to break traction. And on a tight track like this, it's really critical that you hit your marks. Because that could be the difference between passing the guy in front of you or staying in the position you are. As anything, consistency. Rolling smooth around that rut. Oh. Oh, you see that big shiny spot? You'll get a bunch of wheel spin right there, lose all your momentum. Same within this rut right here. Bunch of shiny from where they're watering. So keep an eye out for that. Get off the brakes, roll the gas real smooth. Be very mindful. When you're in a rut that's big like this, you can pretty much just get on the gas and let it rip. Like this right here, had some bumps and some hard pack. Gotta be gentle. Here at Club Moto, looks like they mix in a lot of like bark or wood chips. Oh, we got someone down. Switch this inside. That actually wasn't a bad line. The rut wasn't as big, but it had a nice smooth arch to it. There goes Ty. Oh! Woo! Ty's putting a wheel in on me. Said, get out of my way. Ty just got a new 350 KTM. Sounds like he's loving it. Oh! I butchered that corner. Lost all my momentum. This rut is real smooth. Switch it up and take this inside outside. Ooh. It's still pretty good. Let's try this far inside. Not half bad. It's hard to get to it though with the mud. A lot better that time. I don't know if you guys can hear my engine lugging through that right-hand rut just because of how shiny it is. If you were to power on the gas or pop the clutch, you're just going to be spinning. Sometimes it's better to have patience and roll on the gas. That was a good one. Try that outside. Outside, outside. I do like the cable clutch on the Suzuki. I like the feel of it. I like to feather the clutch a lot just to keep the power down. And I feel a little more connected on the cable clutch. I didn't really think I would care much coming off the Austrian bikes, but you can feel quite a bit of a difference. See, I like to wait for that loamy dirt to pop up before I hammer the gas. Way too slow. Starting to get a little bit of arm pump. There's no places to rest your arms on this track. I still, like I was saying, I have the sag rate at 110. It drops the rear end just a little bit, so your bike is more stable and all this choppy stuff. And especially coming into corners like this, where you might have a little bit of chop, that front end gets busy. I noticed that a couple times, and I don't like a busy front end because it's hard to have confidence in. So sag rate 110. I stiffened up the steering stem like I said in my last video. That helped make the front end a little less busy as well. And then 2-click softer front and rear on the fork and shock. Let's see if we can hit this little hip jump again before I get too tired. Oh, that hurt. That doesn't feel good.
No!